Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I'm doing a face of the day video. I'm going to be using quite a few products from the MAC Artificially Wild collection, but first off I'm starting with a cleansed and moisturized face, and I'm using a primer from Neutrogena. This is the Healthy Skin Primer. I like this because it's lightweight and it has SPF 15 in it. Then I'm going to use a foundation. This is Neutrogena Healthy Skin in Natural Beige, number 60. I'm going to be applying this with well, first I'm going to scrape some out with my palette knife and put that on the back of my hand to warm up the product. And then I'm going to use an kabuki brush. This is from Tarte. It's just a very tightly packed kabuki brush. And when you get this foundation, it comes with a sponge to apply the makeup, but I find I prefer warming it up on the back of my hand and then just using something like this, a kabuki brush, or in my case an kabuki from Tarte, and it just applies it very nicely. Since my forehead is a bit more tan than the rest of my face, even though I try to really wear sunscreen every day, I still get a little tan on my forehead, and it becomes a little bit more pigmented than the rest of my face, so I have to go back in and apply more foundation on my forehead so that the foundation matches the rest of my face. But yeah, I really like this. It has SPF 55 in it, so whenever I take pictures of myself or I do a selfie, there is a lot of white kickback. So definitely don't want to use this foundation for photography, but for just daily wear it's very nice. And now I'm using the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Eye Brightener, which I really like. And as you can see, I apply it very generously underneath my eye, a little bit down my cheek, up towards my cheekbone, and just blend that out using the Real Techniques foundation brush. This eye brightener has SPF 25 in it, so I really like that about Neutrogena, is that a lot of their foundations and skin products, their cosmetics in general, have a lot of sunscreen in them, so very nice. So I got a lot of protection going on here. Just blend that in with a foundation brush and we're ready to go on. So I'm going to use a bunch of cream products now. I'm using a cream color base. This is Breaking Ground. This is a light iridescent mauve, and I'm actually using this with a buffing brush, and I'm applying it as a highlighter on the very tops of my cheekbones and up towards my crown area there a little bit. I know this is an unconventional color to use as a highlight, and the next couple of colors I use are pretty unconventional, but I like to play with color and have a lot of fun. And once I powder this entire makeup look with some setting powder, just a translucent loose powder, it really just blends this whole look together beautifully. So I like using a buffing brush to apply that so I don't have any hard lines. And it looks a little crazy now, but just stick with me. Now this is a Dirty Mustard Olive. This is called Eau Nature. This is also a cream color base from MAC. It's limited edition. And I'm going to use this for a very soft contour and also to add warmth to my face, so it's not just one foundation shade, just so I have, you know, more dimension on my face. So I'm applying it there in the hollows of my cheeks and just blending that out with another buffing brush from Real Techniques. I applied it along my jawline. And now I'm going to go across my forehead just very lightly, and then I'm going to bring it down right there on the outer corners of my forehead, just like I said, to give me a little bit of definition. And don't flip out. I know it looks a little weird now, but like I said, once we powder this, it really brings this whole look together. But Dirty Mustard Olive, I'm bringing it down the sides of my nose and then blending that out with my finger a little bit just to soften the lines. So Dirty Mustard Olive, it's obviously not going to work for every skin tone. It's going to work on very warm skin tones, people who have a lot of yellow undertones in their skin, people who obviously have olive undertones in their skin. So I would say anybody who's got a skin tone that's a medium or deeper, if you have fair, light, medium, you'll probably want to stay away from Eau Nature. And now I'm just fixing my foundation a little. Now this is Shell. This is also a cream color base from MAC. This is actually part of their permanent collection. To apply this one, I'm using a stippling brush. And Shell is described as a soft pink beige with shimmer. So I'm just going to put that in the usual areas that I use highlighters in. I'm using on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. And I'm just using a stippling brush to lightly apply that. Now I'm taking a big fluffy brush, and this is the Mary Kay Translucent Loose Powder. And I'm just going to very generously apply this all over my face. I'm just tapping it in to absorb all the shine, to absorb all the excess moisture from all the different creams, and also to obviously help set them so they stay where I put them. And you can see how it's already softened the look, how I've got a lot of dimension in my face now and a lot less shine. and how all these different cream color bases really just tie the look together really nicely now. So now we're ready to move on to the eyes. I'm using the eyeshadow primer potion from Urban Decay. This is the anti-aging one. I use this all the time. I love it. I don't really got much else to say about it since I use it in almost every video. And I'm even using a little bit just underneath my eyes, just on my lower lash line a little, so it'll hold eyeshadow when I apply that. Taking an eyeshadow brush from MAC, and I'm taking this shade. It is called Natural Wilderness. It's a limited edition eyeshadow shade from the Artificially Wild collection. It's described as a dirty mustard golden nude. It has a satin finish, and that's actually the only eyeshadow I'll be using for this look. And I just apply that very generously all over my lid, and then I just blend it out upwards. You don't have to blend it out as high as I do, but this is just how I'm wearing this today. I apply it all over the lid. First I tap it on, just tap it on so it can absorb the excess moisture of the eyeshadow primer. And then I apply it underneath my lash line, just not all the way in, but just a little bit underneath my lash line. Then I bring that upward to kind of carve out my corner, and then I just blend it upward. So that's it. That's it for eyeshadow today. Just this one color called Natural Wilderness. And I really like this one. It's a very earthy tone. Now I'm going to use an eyeliner. This is from Stila. This is the Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is in the shade Dark Brown. And I think this just ties in really nicely with this really like earthy eyeshadow. And I'm going to do very, 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 very thick, exaggerated winged liner. And then I'm also going to apply lashes, because why not? If you haven't tried any of these waterproof eyeliners from Stila, I definitely recommend them. They are just amazingly pigmented, and they just go on so well. They don't tug or pull the skin. They wear very well on their own or over top of eyeshadow, and they're just great. I love this dark brown shade especially because it's not as intense as black, but it still gives your eyes a lot of definition. And now we're going to add lashes. These are the numbers 107 from Ardell, and I'm using the Duo Lash Adhesive in dark tone. I went ahead and chopped this part a little bit just to save a little time so you guys don't get bored watching me apply lashes. I'm usually able to wear full strips without trimming, so in this case I applied both of these without trimming them. Just place them where I need them, and then I just do little micro adjustments with little micro adjustments using tweezers. And you may still see some of the glue drying by the end of the video. The glue will be dried and it won't be as distracting. Alright, and then I'm just double checking in the mirror, making sure I got them where I want them to be. Alright, lashes are on. To help my lashes blend in, I'm just going to apply a very light layer of mascara. I'm using the Stila Mile High Lashes, but you can really use any mascara. I just want to blend my natural lashes in with the mascara, or with the false lashes a little bit. Now to do my brows, I'm going to fill them in using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse. I'm using two shades. I like to use Taupe, and then I like to use the medium brown. So first I just take taupe and I shape my brow the way I want it to be shaped. And then I fill in just the front part and a little bit of the tail. And once I got it the way I want it to look, I do that on the other eye, build my shape. And as you can see, I don't have really hair. I don't have any hair right there, so I build it up the product so it looks like that I have hair there, and then I do the same thing on my other eye. Now that I have both brows filled in with taupe, I'm going to go back in with medium brown, and I apply it just to the arch and my outer wing of my brows, just to deepen them on the edges there. I like to keep them softer in the front and more dark and dramatic towards the back. And I'm going to clean up my brows a little using a Q-tip. And remember, our brows are sisters, not twins. So then I use a Q-tip just to soften the front edges there a little. And then I even just take my finger and just wipe away any of the excess right there. So I love that product. So my eyes and brows are almost done. I still want to go ahead and comb the little bit of hair I have. Really combing that product through the brows does make a huge difference. It just makes it look softer and less drawn on. Apply a little bit of mascara to my lower lashes since I actually forgot to do that earlier. Now I'm taking a blush. I'm using Pink Cult from MAC. This is currently available on their website, and I'm just applying that with a powder brush on the apples of my cheeks and bringing it up a little bit towards my cheekbone. It's a very soft, light-toned blush. I like it a lot. Actually, it's a mid-tone, dirty, neutral pink, and it has a matte finish. I'm going to apply the HD setting powder from Makeup Forever. And this just does a great job of just like adding any finishing touch to any look. It really just blurs everything, makes it just really cohesive. For lips, I'm using Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics Cosmetic Color Pencil in the shade Sebastian. And this is just like a very neutral taupe. I'm applying that as a liner, and then I'm just filling it in completely. And this is another product I highly recommend. It doesn't have to be this shade, but any of the Obsessive Cosmetic Cosmetic Color Pencils. Any of those have a really amazing texture. They're very soft and creamy and extremely well pigmented. So, and to top this off, I'm using a limited edition lip gloss. It's a silver lip gloss from MAC. It's called Mirror. There we go. And you probably won't be able to find this anymore. You might be able to find it on some of the auction sites, or if anybody has one they want to get rid of. But it's a really dense silver glitter lip gloss, and I just love the way it looks paired with the Sebastian Color Cosmetic Pencil. And this completes the look. I hope you guys like this look. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. And go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.